3610 area code is where we are at for the next 2 weeks in the town of Clement, a town that of course is so used to football activity, not just in the Premier Soccer League of South Africa, but as well the COSAFA tournament. And we return to the scene of the crime today as once more they play host to COSAFA Women's Championship Matters. This is one town that loves coming out in numbers to support women's football, and this is why we are here. The COSAFA, the CAF Women's Champions League COSAFA qualifiers. It is all about the third edition as it makes its return here in Durban once again. It is a tournament that has only crowned 2 champions, and we might just be in for a new champion being crowned this year. Well, a very good and warm welcome to all our viewers from across the globe. Whether you're watching us on linear TV or streaming on a different streaming platforms from across the globe, a very good and warm welcome to you. My name is Mbali Skiti. So happy to be in your company once again. We are coming to you live from the iconic Sugar Ray Xolo Stadium that hosted, of course, the 2022 edition of this very tournament. The great thing about this year is that we've got record numbers of teams, because we started with 7 teams in 2021, and then last year we had 6 teams, but this year we have 8 teams that are participating in this year's tournament. And of course, these are the groups, Group A and Group B. Group A is how we start things today. The defending champions, Green Buffaloes, in action against a double action ladies, as well as Lesotho Defence and NTOPWA FC in their group. And then in Group B, the 2021 champions, Mamelodi Sundowns, are in action against Olympique de Maroni, Costa do Sol, as well as Young Buffaloes, as these are the teams that had their first Champions League qualifiers last year, but certainly do make their return in 2023. Well, let's remind you just how things then transpired last year, because Green Buffalo certainly did dethrone Mamelodi Sundowns in the 2022 edition. If you do remember, Mamelodi Sundowns won the 2021 edition and they were looking to retaining their trophy. But it was all about what transpired in that final right here at the Sugar Ray Xolo Stadium with Green Buffaloes as well as Mamelodi Sundowns. When you look at Green Buffaloes, this was a team that got to the finals without actually conceding a single game, and they beat Costa do Sol 4-0, as well as Lesotho as well as double action ladies. So these were the teams now that progressed to last year's final, as well as Mamelodi Sundowns. This was a team as well that conceded in both their group games coming into the final, but because we had small teams, the winners of Group A and Group B were then the teams that went straight into the final. And this is then how things then transpired. It was back-to-back end-to-end action with Sundowns and Green Buffaloes, a team that was renewing their rivalry, because in 2023 Sundowns knocked them out in the semi-finals, and so Green Buffaloes was certainly out for blood. Chanda with some of those chances coming throughout the 90 minutes, but it was both teams that struggled to find the back of the net as the game eventually went into extra time. But it was certainly end-to-end action as both teams are struggling to unlock each other in defense, and frustrations certainly mounting on both the camps as both teams were just itching for that goal, but nothing eventually materialized for both these sides, as the goalkeepers as well were absolutely astute, and some of those misses as well, as the players could just not bury it. And the game eventually went into extra time and then eventually ended in that penalty shootout, where it was pouring here at the Sugar Ray Xolo Stadium, and frustrations mounting from both sides. But eventually it was Green Buffaloes that emerged victorious 5-6 on penalties, dethroning Mamelodi Sundowns and booking their place in the CAF Champions League, with Aisha Mwamba getting that golden glove, as well as Irene Lungu getting that golden boot, and Melinda Khadiete winning the player of the tournament accolade. And now Green Buffaloes coming into this tournament as the winners and the defending champions, and certainly a team with a big bullseye on they are back. And for the first champions, 2021, the inaugural ones, Mamelodi Sundowns, this is now their record in the 2 years we've had this tournament and some of the teams that they have beaten along the way. But of course, Black Rhino Queens, this is the team from Zimbabwe that we saw last in 2021. They, of course, were beaten by Sundowns 3-0 in that final where they eventually won the inaugural title. But for Green Buffaloes, they did not have the best of seasons in 2021, but they certainly regrouped and came back much stronger in 2022 as they made it to the final without conceding a single goal and also having that big goal margin with a 4-0 victory in their first 2 games and eventually becoming the winners in 2022. And of course, as we kickstart proceedings here, it is the 3rd edition of these qualifiers, and these are the fixtures now you can anticipate as we bring you Lesotho Defence that makes their return after 2021. We missed them last year, but they certainly come back with a vengeance with 14 players retained from that team, and they take on NTOPWA FC, a new team coming into the Champions League qualifiers, a team, of course, from Malawi that went through the National Championship qualifiers. Well, let's hear from the coaches just how they are prepared for kickoff. Coach, welcome back. We last saw Lesotho Defence back in 2021. What has now changed with the team now in this year's edition?
I think we come back better. We come back a better team. We didn't come last year. We still won the league, but we wanted to prepare. We wanted to get better than 2021. There was COVID, we didn't play the way we wanted to play, so we had to sit and go back to the drawing board. And then we are ready now.
When you remember your 2021 campaign, your team really struggled to just get those crucial wins. Now, coming into this year's edition, are you looking to finishing the games much earlier than before?
We are better. We are ready this year. We didn't play well, but we have not forgotten that, because if you forget the past, you are destined to repeat. So we have planned better. We are a better team now.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Coach, debut in the CAF qualifiers. What are your expectations coming into this tournament this year?
Well, we don't want to put ourselves under too much pressure. Being our first time, we just want to go out and give it the best. What we are waiting for is the girls to give the best and come out with a good performance. We are here to compete well. That's our main target.
You're a bit of an unknown team. Is that something that's a bit of an advantage to you, that teams don't really know how you play and how you are as a team?
You're quite right. It's an advantage to us. Being our first time here, I mean, carrying the underdog tag adds something to us, and we are glad to carry that tag, and we know that we'll go out there without any pressure and then see how the games will go about.
And it's also been your first time. Has the team been able to acclimatize well? How are preparations ahead of this tournament?
Well, since we arrived at least a day earlier, it gave us at least an advantage. We were able to train one more day. The first day we went to the ground, at least to familiarize ourselves with the environment. You know, we wanted to put the girls as much as possible into the picture so that they are not, new to the place. So yeah, we started everything back home. We sourced some pictures, some videos about Durban and all that. We knew that whatever we do technically on the ground, it's not enough. So we tried as much as possible to prepare them psychologically, to give them the picture of the place here. So when we were here, at least it didn't take long for the girls to acclimatize, and then we'll see how they're going to cope with the game, because the game is a game. Sometimes it depends on how the girls are applying themselves. We have done everything, our homework, we have done everything. So we are hoping that the girls will be at their best to deliver whatever we have prepared them to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Well, kickoff is here at the Sugar Ray Kulu Stadium, an iconic stadium that needs an iconic voice to take us through this fixture. And that, of course, is Sizwe Mabena, and we'll take you through this opening fixture.
The Sugar Ray Kulu Stadium in Clermont, Durban opens its doors for the 2023 CAF Women's Champions League CASAFA qualifiers, starting with Group A, where Lesotho Defence Force take on NTOPWA FC, who make history as the first side from Malawi to take part in a CAF club competition. On that note, a very good day it is to you wherever you may be watching this match from, and as we build up to the start of this match, well, plenty to look forward to. The start of a good week and a half of women from the CASAFA region looking to rub shoulders with the very best on the continent, which is the aim of the game. But for now, they focus on the CASAFA region as the Lesotho Defence Force comes out looking to put their best foot forward against NTOPWA. Once again, the CASAFA region busy in ensuring the game does develop in as far as Southern African football is concerned here. For Lesotho Defence Force, their second appearance in the competition. They are yet to win a match. Keep in mind, having taken part in this competition back in 2021, they got as far as the group stages. They, of course, bring some pedigree into this as the three-time league winners in a row in Lesotho. Went undefeated all of last season. Did Lesotho Defence Force? They'll be hoping that form stands them well in good stead coming into this match here, where they'll be hoping, of course, the ladies in your picture now in the all yellow, that being the Lesotho Defence Force, to have a very good start against NTOPWA, who are having their first experience in as far as football at this level. And as far as club football is concerned, the first team, as I mentioned earlier, from Malawi to play in the CAF competition. They won the National Women's Championships back in May in Malawi, which is how they get here. They, of course, with a very young squad, will be hoping to take the game here to Lesotho Defence Force. And it will be interesting with the ladies in your picture from Lesotho having the bulk of the experience between the two sister ladies to see which, of course, would have the better start, walk away with the 3 points at the end of it all as we look at the starting lineup here. So, for the Defence Force, they will have Molefe out in the attacking areas, wearing the number 15 on her back. She's the furthest forward here. They look for the creativity of Mokolo, 26 years old, after on the far left side, as well as Botani, the international, who will be wearing the number 17 jersey to add to the sharp end of the attack. And as far as NTOPWA is concerned, there are a few teenagers to keep an eye on in this Malawian side, so they'll be looking to have a good show. None more than 17-year-old Banda wearing the number 11 jersey. Keep an eye on her, of course, in the midfield creative areas, as well as Makombo, an 18-year-old in the heart of midfield. Out in the attacking areas, they will have Kasenda, as well as the international in Chikopila, who will be amongst the two that will be the furthest forward for this NTOPWA side. Well, the match referee, Antino Twanyanyukwa from Namibia, assisted by Henry Lina Razafita Lama from Madagascar, as well as Nandipa Mente from South Africa. Fourth official in this encounter is Gloria Sambumba from Zambia. So, Pulegojani, as the senior side come out and experience football at this level, and as far as club football is concerned here in the Southern African region, before back in 2021, are looking for their first win and are wondering if they will get it against James Sangala. Some of you may be familiar with him from years gone by as a man who played in this region, and as far as KZN for Tanda Royal Zulu back in the day. Lesotho Defence Force to get the game underway. And they will attack the ladies in yellow, the goal on the left of your picture, whilst those from Malawi, that being NTOPWA, will attack the goal on the right of your picture. So, as far as the defence force, straight onto the front foot here, good work on the far side, and they get to the byline, get themselves a corner. Inside the opening, 30 seconds? 7 in and around the box. Ball played into the near post. Shot could be coming up here. Lots of traffic to have to work its way through in the end. Transfer counter here from the young ladies from Malawi. I say young ladies because they are the much younger of these two squads. When you look at Lesotho Defence Force, the youngest in their squad is 20 years of age. In fact, I've got two that are 20 years of age. Plenty of international experience in Lesotho Defence Force. No less than 7 in the starting lineup are internationals. Here they are. They've won the ball back. Very nearly did in a good area. Keep it moving. Again, 2, 3 getting into the box. Just one shot in the end will go out for the goal kick. So they've been dominating out in Lesotho, the ladies in yellow, over the last 3 or so years. Good movement of the ball here. Looking to maybe catch the goalkeeper unawares towards the near post. So much so. To their dominance has seen them have, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, 7 internationals in the starting 11 alone. So plenty of experience for the Lesotho ladies here, but it's those from Malawi that have space here, getting into the final third on this near side. Ball in. Ooh, they're 3. And we're lurking on the far post. It was well defended by the defence force of Lesotho here. Nice pace about this game in the early exchanges. Much younger squad from NTOPWA. 3 or 4 teenagers in their starting lineup. They've got no less than 3 internationals that have started for them here in this match. Nango weighing the number 7. Outwine on this near side, finding no joy in the early stages. Now that's good hard running then, getting to the baseline, ball in! Well defended in the far post. Much better from NTOPWA then. In stretching to Lesotho Defence Force. Kemet was taking no chances then, conceding the goal kick. Well, NTOPWA will make quite a statement, keeping in mind they are debutants in this tournament. If they are to open the scoring in this match, the corner isn't bad. The header was theirs to win. In the end, it went wide of the mark here. So good start here from the ladies from Malawi. Maybe the slight underdogs when you look at maybe the experience they have when you compare it to those of the Lesotho Defence Force, including the ages as well, but they've had a couple of good moments here inside the opening 5. For one, in open play, they've created 1 or 2 good moments, and another good sign was winning that corner and the header that came from that, meaning from the dead ball situation they will be a threat. Nice skill in the middle of the park, protecting the ball well. Then was January, wearing the number 17 on the back. Cleaning up defensively, taking no chances. There's Nzani, the 21-year-old, one of the many internationals in this Defence Force team. Nice turn. Lovely first touch then on the move. The end of the ball is too close to the keeper. Comfortably snatching that out the air. Makimbiyani in between the sticks for Lesotho, yet another of the many internationals. Space to turn here. Makombo finding space out on the far side. Pigani pushing forwards. Again, it's looking good here for NTOPWA. as they get into their final third. The decision will go with NTOPWA. Continue to look to build off of a good start to this game. The ladies from Malawi. Good strength initially in holding off the defender from Banda. Ball in then. Won't pose too much of a problem. In the end, she was looking to get the better of the goalkeeper, who had it covered by the look of it. So, fouled in the middle of the park. Quite a contest it is in the midfield here, with the NTOPWA ladies having a few moments where they have dominated. Also going in strong on the challenge. Very interesting to see the start being made here by this NTOPWA side. Now, great movement, nice touch as well. There is a bit of pace in the attack here from NTOPWA that may be problematic for the defense force. Kept moving here with Banda. Now, chance for this is the defense force on the counter. Good movement, Joe, the third woman running, I should say. The pass didn't give her much of a chance to keep it alive and keep it going for Agnes Leboga. Not the best touch defensively, so there's NTOPWA that can't take full advantage of that. But really do work hard in midfield to try and stifle the movement of the defense force. Good touch. Makabani wearing the number 9 jersey amongst those involved in the middle of the park. In the end, the foul called for the challenge on Peter. Musele Peter, another international, 25 years of age. Interesting to see the state of football out in Malawi, of course, with the national team, the men's national team, having structured their stuff here in Durban a month or so ago, where they really did do themselves proud with the way they came out, the football, the brand of football they played, going into the latter stages of that tournament. And Patrick Mabedi. Now, ball play forward here. Nice bit of skill, but outnumbered a NTOPWA team that had good numbers in defense. And again, having been to the under-17 championships, the schools championships in Malawi in November last year, so it was interesting to see the women's game from a Malawian point of view, and the standard they had there. Amongst the most entertaining teams at that tournament was one of the schools from Malawi. It was they and the South African ladies that really stood out. So it's no surprise then to see this NTOPWA team having a few 16, 17-year-olds, 18 as well. Now, lovely ball here. So the chance could be coming up here, but for a good challenge initially. Follow-up shots wide of the mark. Well, it's taken them a while to get going, but Lesotho Defence Force eventually getting a shot in anger. Good ball this was by Peter. Lovely challenge initially. It felt kindly for the defence force. Just the follow-up shot was wide of the mark. Good skill in getting beyond one. Nicely cared for pass, and it's another slight opening. Defence there in the nick of time. The challenge. Peter. She's done well to eliminate two in the end. Was outnumbered. Nice turn. Ball played in quite nicely then by Makabani wearing the number 9 jersey. Bit of space opening up on that far side. Fighting the movement. Trying to get in behind that defense. So it took them a while to get going. This is the defense force, but now that they have found their rhythm, they have started to have one or two moments of their own going forward into that final third. Once again, a mighty battle on in the middle of the park between these two sides. Interesting to see CWCCl between the sticks here for NTOPWA. NTOPWA was confident enough to go play the ball outside of the box, then showing a trend we've seen grow in the men's game, especially in the role of the goalkeeper, the sweeper keeper. That's the reason for the foul. Kemet, the young lady fouled, moving forward out to that far side. Ball played in the more central area. Nicely done in keeping it moving. Leboka in the number 3 on the back. Bit of space on the near side after Makabani's touch. Now movement in the central areas. Clearing lines then, taking no chances is Mbera amongst the central defenders in this back four for NTOPWA. The touch, lovely pace as well. Seen that on a few occasions from Chikupila. Really is nice on the ball and always looking to turn the defender whenever the opportunity presents itself. The pace is also an issue for that defense force defense to have to well, think about. The challenge in the middle of the park. Makaba need to keep it moving. Oh, pace on this near side here. Malifa running into trouble in the end. So 15 minutes gone by here in this opening game of the 2023 CAF Women's Champions League CASAFA qualifiers. Group A action. And for you all just joining us, this is the Defence Force in the yellow up against NTOPWA FC from Malawi in the green. NTOPWA had a lively opening 6. Do believe things have evened out quite nicely with Lesotho Defence Force also going on to create 1 or 2 moments of their own. Challenges certainly coming in the middle of the park then. Decision will go in favour of the ladies in green. The 24-year-old Manese guilty of having given away the foul then for the challenge on the oldest lady on the field, Kasenda, who's 35 years of age. Tell you what, in the background you always hear the lady between the sticks for the Defence Force is just how vocal she is. Mama Khabani, Makiminyani, the goalkeeper for the Lesotho Defence Force, extremely vocal, so you'll always be hearing her in the background. Now, could be getting tested here with a shot from range. Oh, it was well struck, right on the mark. But it's NTOPWA FC here, looking for their first ever goal in CAF football. That's right, nice strike from Chikupila. Was well on back in the lovely area by Kasenda, the strike partner of Chikupila, to set up Chikupila. They do have experience in those two, with Kasenda, of course, being 35 years of age. Chikupila, an international, who had the shot at 27 years of age. Both of those have been around the block and then some. There's Chikupila, nice for the turn and looking for the 1-2. Space out on that far side, that's a lovely ball. Now, NTOPWA again, looking to create some positive moments. They'll settle for the corner. Tell you what, when they get going and start flowing with pace, either on the left or the right, they seem to be causing a few problems here for the Defence Force. Second corner for the Malawian ladies, the header. Second time they've had a corner where they have found a teammate inside the box who's had a header that's gone wide of the mark. This time the header coming from Makombo, the 18-year-olds, keep in mind, wearing the number 9 on their back. Lovely ball, good movement. First touch, a little heavy, allowing the keeper to have the advantage on that account. The touch from Motolo. So, 8 teams out here in Durban in a competition that starts today, will go on until the 8th of September. Acts of double action ladies, Young Buffaloes, Costa do Sol. As far as Mozambique, that looked a late challenge, and the referee may just take action here, or maybe not. So I won't be surprised if there is a yellow card here, which will be the first of the tournament. Final warning. Kandawire mentioned much fewer internationals in this NTOPWA side. From a Malawian point of view, Kandawire is one of those that has graced the international stage for the Malawans. 20 minutes gone by. Wasted set piece. Nice work in winning the ball back, nice and high up the field as well. Isolated and having to show some skill and strength here on this near side, doing so superbly before looking for a teammate in the box. Just still have the shots. So the initial work then was impressive from Mulefe, wearing the number 15. Keep in mind, in the ladies in yellow, you're looking at the invincibles of football out in Lesotho last season. They went the entire season undefeated. They really have dominated football in Lesotho, winning the third championship in a row. Tell you what, the ladies from Malawi have given them a thing or two to think about. And here they come once again looking to create another positive moment, but for good work in their defense. Bit of time and space in the middle of the park here. Nicely managed by Lesotho Defence Force. Nice turn as well then. Love the competitive edge once those challenges do come in to the middle of the park here. So here's NTOPWA. Who's out on the edge of that final third. Mahabane. Good pace out on that far side. Now they need some ladies getting into the box. Set piece. Decent area this for Lesotho Defence Force. Yellow card is shown here to Alufandega. First yellow card of the tournament or competition. Yep, deserving. It was a late challenge then. She was well and truly beaten for pace out on that far side. So, ball played in then. It's a shot that needed to be dealt with. Comfortably so by CWCCl. Very nicely done. Superbly done then by Kasenda. And holding it up again and finding the teammate, the outlet here on this near side. They're looking to build on that. The young ladies from Malawi. Good movement, good pace as well from Banda wearing the number 11 jersey. If you are just joining us, I mentioned earlier, she's 17 years of age. Kasenda has been outstanding. And the reason for that is all the years of experience she's got under her belt. It's 35 years of age. So, here's the youngster into the box. Makibinya needs to organize defensively. It's a shot at goal in the end then. Here's NTOPWA side, founded in 2003. Participate in FAM Women's Regional League, or in the FAM Women's Regional League, I should say, since 2015. turn on the far side. Now just one target, make that two. In the box to aim for. Ball in, needed some quality. Midway point of a first half where, well, when you look at moments, I think it's safe to say the debutants here may have had a few more good moments going forward than the opponents from the Lesotho Defence Force. That's red, intercepted in the middle of the park then. Better, didn't hold on for too long. Space in the middle of the park here for Makhabane. Turned into trouble. There's space out on the far side. They are looking to use it. Oh, the ladies in yellow, Makhabane again. Twice now she's been involved and hasn't been able to find a mark or a target with the pass. No. Always interesting when the ladies in green have it in this sort of area. Love the skill to create the yard for the shot then. Good footwork by Chikupila. Just the shot left a lot to be desired. In fact, as she picked up her head, she may have had options to a left and right then. Approaching half an hour's football, she certainly has had moments. A thorn on the side of the defence force. Maybe Greg's slightly frustrated with herself here. Will be vital for her to try and connect with the next pass. Here it is, and yes, she has found the teammate this time after having lost it 3 times in a row. Now, all played forward, well read by Sigelo. Off the line quickly. She herself, the goalkeeper for NTOPWA, is an international. Now 25 years of age. Lovely footwork. Again, promising start to an attack here. That's a well-placed pass, just the run and taken off a little too early. Needed to bend the run then. Far side official more than happy to call out the offside. That being Nandi Pamenze of South Africa on that far side. So play held up here. Reason being one of the ladies had taken a knock, late challenge. Right in the back of the knee. Then Bozani is the lady who was in a bit of pain. Captain for this Lesotho Defence Force team. Another set piece that comes to nothing. Maybe a slight concern here from the Lesotho Defence Force. The opponents having moments here and there, and are looking a real threat, whilst they themselves aren't having so many in and around that final third to maybe have, or to look back on to say, look, we'll build on that. Usually the attacks do break down right about this point of the game, going into that final third. A little room for improvement for them in that part of their play. Oh, that's superbly read. Beautifully done on the defensive end by Mpandawere, and winning it back here for NTOPWA. Space on the far side, good ball in field here. Malife. Arranged the shots from Mahabani. Won't trouble. CWCCl. Keep in mind the 2023 CAF Women's Champions League is the third edition of the annual women's tournament. Will take place in Cote d'Ivoire this year. Winners of the edition will automatically qualify for the following edition of the tournament. Main tournaments will be from the 5th of November till the 19th of November out in Cote d'Ivoire. There will be 3 venues in 2 host cities out in Mande as well as Abidjan. So of course, whilst the different regions will be looking to qualify for the Champions League and be amongst those that will be, of course, representing the regions in Abidjan, as well as Mande. Can tell you already from Cote d'Ivoire, we do have Atletico FC, the Abidjan. The Cote d'Ivoire Women's Championship and champions of their championship from the 2022-2023 season, so they'll be out there, as well as Morocco's ASFAR, the holders and winners of the 2022 CAF Women's Champions League. Now, important challenges in here to stifle Malife's movement going forward. So keep in mind as we get this action underway here in the Kosafa region of Southern Africa. They will be busy with UNAF as well as Waffle out in the west. Waffle Zone B as well will be busy. The Sakafa region out in the east of the continent will be busy. Then for qualifiers as well as this Kosafa region, as I mentioned. Aim of the game is to be the team to represent the region out on that far side. So far, the Kosafa region has been very well represented by former champions Mamelodi Sundowns, who were losing finalists last time around. So, nice little touch turn and the shot. It's not on target, but I tell you what, she's had a few of those now, moments where she's been able to turn and get a shot away. Chikupila. They need to start getting tight on her, not to allow her to have her way in a moment such as that. So, the defense force able to create a bit of space in midfield here, taking the goal kick short, drawing a few of the opponents then. Peter. Here is Peter again with the ball towards that far side. It was a well done to make sure Kokani didn't find the space she was looking for. Tidying up defensively is Linus Berra. One of the two central defenders for this NTOPWA side. Force the corner, they'll have to settle for the throw on the far side here. Will the Lesotho Defence Force. Peter, trying a few in the box here. In need of a good ball, it's dealt with well by Alufandiga. Looking for a bit of pace was Agnes Liboga. Has been busy on this near side, looking to get onto the overlap as the left back for the Lesotho Defence Force. Nakaban. Late with the challenge. Could be in trouble here, Makabani. I've seen one yellow card so far in this encounter. There may be another coming up here. Good contest initially between the two. In the end, it's Mbeha. That's the victim. Has been very involved in the game here. The youngster Makabani, 20 years of age, mentioned amongst the two youngest players in the starting 11 for the Lesotho Defence Force. The other is Makabinyani, the goalkeeper, another that's 20 years of age. It's interesting when you look at this starting 11 for the Lesotho Defence Force. Everybody in their 20s, barring one. And that one is the 31-year-olds. Kaganyo. That's Kaganyo. The only in the 30s, and that's the oldest in this Defence Force team. Did mention that Takasenda, wearing the number 18 for NTOPWA, is the oldest on the field outright. Now, Peter picking up the pieces here, finding a teammate on that far side, drop on the shoulder, and spoke the opponent. A lunging challenge here. It was not only late, it was over the top, and there will be action taken. Yellow card will be shown here. 17-year-olds, the latest to go into the referee's book. Olivia Pigani flew in here, starts showing, done in with a drop of the shoulder. Once she had committed, she was in trouble. Well, the victim is okay here. I'm happy to report Javelin Butani, the captain of the Defence Force. So, set piece from range is wide of the mark as we go into the last 5 minutes of this first half. Tell you what, going into the last 5 minutes of this first half, NTOPWA maybe the happier of the two sides, more chances of shots at goal for the debutants at this level, up against a side with a bit of pedigree, and that's done it before in playing football at this level. Back for a second bite at the cherry. Lesotho Defence Force, NTOPWA. Oh, no, the kicking was great for the most part, but here are the Defence Force and the eventual shots somewhere off the mark. Rush of blood to the head from Malefe. Did have options. Now, nice. Looking play straight down the middle then from Chikupila. And finding the teammate up wide. Now ball back to Chikupila. A touch, not a good save. Now, is that a late challenge? Gets a penalty, is a penalty. Pressure, tell it, from NTOPWA FC. And in the end, the match referee given no chance but to point to the penalty spot for the ill-timed challenge on Kasenda. No, ball played in here. What a save this was initially. Well, yeah, Magibiani. Later, in a moment of desperation, Kheme that went in with the challenge that was late on the 35-year-olds. There it is, it's late. And the most telling parts of that particular play that led to the penalty, of course, we'll see Chikupila involved with the initial pass out wide to the far side, and Kasenda, again, with the touch that led to the winning of the penalty. Big question now is, can they convert the penalty from the spot? Time will be added to the end of the first half because of this incident, keep in mind. So if you're just joining us, it's the debutants here from Malawi, NTOPWA, who are looking to deny the Lesotho Defence Force their first ever win in this competition. So first things first, they'll look to conclude matters from the penalty spot after the late challenge here from Kheme on the 35-year-old Kasenda. Led to the show-off here. Nakibinyani has come up with a save a little bit earlier. Will be up against Makombo here. The 18-year-old stepping up for a big moment. Will be a first ever goal for a Malawian women's team in a CAF club competition if she can convert from the spot. So a huge moment this for an 18-year-old. Magomba stepping forwards. Oh, she's gone wide of the mark. Bit of disbelief out on the bench. And her teammates looking to see her put that behind her and move on with life here with 3 minutes added on to the first half. Would have been the perfect time as well for NTOPWA to strike in opening their scoring. Did mention they do have 3 or 4 teenagers in this starting 11. After the 35-year-old won them the corner, an 18-year-old stepped up to convert from the spot. Went wide on the mark, so NTOPWA, who've had moments and will feel they should have taken the lead at the very least into the half-time break here. Outside of the penalty, they've just had the better moments going forward. They'll be in need of that half-time break now to be reassured that they are on the right track, they are doing the right things. Believe in the process. Now, there's a chance. 1-0. Keeper came out a long way. Long. Pull forward. And it's Chikubila. That gives NTOPWA the lead that we're looking for here. Talk about a good response to a penalty missed. It's been their biggest threat. Chikubila, she's been a problem for the defense force throughout this first half. And wow, her pace, her eagerness to turn and shoot has been evident from the opening 6 minutes or so of this game. Now, long pull forward here. It's her pace, she's so quick. Beats the defenders to it, gets the head of the keeper, and still a touch good enough to rattle the back of the net. Very much deserving of the opening goal in this encounter is the Malawian international. There she is on the turn again. Confidence is high now. Looking to take them all on. So half time here. And well, for the lady in your picture, she could be the first Malawian to score in the CAF Club competition. Makes her way off the field here as the debutants lead against Lesotho Defence Force with a scoreline of 1-0. And well, for Defence Force, there's work to be done in trying to turn things around here, especially going into that final third. They simply haven't troubled the NTOPWA defence enough. So, at the Sugar Ray Kulu Stadium, it is Defence Force no, NTOPWA 1, as we look forward to the second half. So it is NTOPWA the score in the dying moments of the first half through Chikupila to take the lead into the half-time break. It's a first half where they threatened to open the scoring and look the side most likely to. It neatly said, in all fairness, for the ladies from Malawi, well, those from Lesotho, of course, will look to improve upon the first half, where they did have moments here and there, but not nearly enough to really trouble the Malawans in a defense that looked to be very much in control of that match. So, the wind has been a bit of a factor here in this match, but not too much. The weather, encouraging of a game of football, of course. It has been windy over the last couple of days here in eThekwini as we look back at the first half stats. They tell you a story. Shot on targets, 2 for NTOPWA. Just the 1 for the Lesotho Defence Force, but goal attempts also in favour of NTOPWA. Whilst the Lesotho Defence Force had more of the ball, NTOPWA were more cutthroats when they went forward. They were way more direct as they looked to create their chances and moments in an effort to, of course, take the lead into the half-time break. So, let's go back to it. And, well, Defence Force were pushing forward here in the early stages. The shots from a difficult angle were eager in those early stages then. Makolo, the 26-year-old, did getting to the point where she really maybe should have tried to pick out one of the 2 players that were in the box then. So, here's Mulefe pushing forward, good challenge. The follow-up shot from Makolo, wide of the mark. Well, started, of course, an attack with Peter in the middle of the park. She has been impressive for the Defence Force ladies. So, whilst it's the Defence Force that had the bright early moments, they started to create moments, and this was a signal of things to come. Shot from Chikupila, out of the mark. Only needs a sniff. And always willing to have a strike at goal. Then involved, of course, was the strike partner in Kasenda. Finding Chikupila, who created moments after moments of that type, although his shooting was off the mark for the most part. Now, turning past the Chikupila tonight, then by a good piece of goalkeeping, and then the foul on Kasenda. Youngster, Nakombo goes wide of the mark then, and it looked as though the first half would end with the scoreline at 0-0 until Chikupila had a say. Looking back, there was no doubts that was a foul on Kasenda, and Makombo will be happier than just about all other players out there that team was still able to take the lead into the half-time break, and this is why the early ball forward, pace, including composure from Chikupila. And it's the lead from NTOPWA, much deserved lead here for the young ladies from Malawi, as we go down to Bali, who is waiting with a surprise interview.
Thank you so much, Sizwe. Yes, indeed, I am with Dr. Tulani Ngwenya, the Chief Medical Doctor for COSAFA. As always, Doc, it's always a pleasure having you here. Let's just talk about this 3rd edition of the CAF Women's Champions League. You're no stranger to, being a doctor to these tournaments. What was different in terms of how you prepared in this edition?
Thank you very much, Mbali. It's Women's Month, happy Women's Month. And first thing that we did, we made it compulsory for all medical people when they come here to actually to use medical people that are female. That was the first point that we used. And secondly, we also did a medical workshop, the way we workshop all the medical staff for all the participating teams. And we also workshop the local clubs, especially Hollywood Best Leagues and Sasol League, especially Team Medicals. So that then was also emancipating women so that they prepare for the entire tournament and also for the local league. So that's what actually we did that was different from all other tournaments that we did.
Tell us a little bit about what some of these workshops entail.
Okay, in terms of the medical workshop, we couldn't do everything because we had limited time. So what we did was emergency medicine, where we focus on concussion, head injuries. We also focus on sudden cardiac arrest. That is actually common that we see in African football. So we focus on the approach in terms of how you approach when you have something like that, how you approach a head injury, how you approach a person that is falling without contact, because our responsibility is to save lives. So that was the main focus of the workshop.
Are we seeing more and more interest from, people who want to get into the profession, be it male or female, from just your perspective?
Yes, absolutely. For some reason, this tournament, we had 5 out of 8 teams having doctors, qualified doctors. In previous tournaments, they will send medicals, not qualified doctors. But this time around, in fact, not 5, 6 out of 8, which is a huge breakthrough from what we are actually coming from. So this then says that when we actually proceed with this tournament and the emphasis of sports medicine, then we're going to have a holistic medical team that is headed by a medical doctor.
In your opinion, why do you think that it's been a struggle to sort of bridge that gap with the teams having medical doctors? Is it financial constraints? Is it just the qualification aspect? In your opinion, what was the cause of that gap?
The biggest constraint, Mali, is finances. Every time when you talk medicine, everyone will talk about the financial implications. So yes, we understand that there are financial implications, but our problem is that people need to understand that the players, they are human beings before they are athletes. So you need to always bridge the gap between the two. And these medical aspects of things, they speak to players' performance. So we need to bridge technical and medical so that it enhances performance. We have seen that Zambia has been doing it, South Africa has been doing it, hence they went to the World Cup. That says that our region is doing very well.
Doc, before I let you go, I mean, your expertise go all the way to Olympics, the FIFA World Cup. You just come back from the Under-20 World Cup as well. What are some of those key differences you see with the global tournaments as well as now the local one?
Okay, so in international football, sports medicine is key, is central to everything. So that what controls how the game is going to be played throughout the season. Whereas here locally, we are focusing on technical aspects alone. But internationally, they base their preparation mostly on sports science. And then the technical aspect, it's just a add-on. So that's what we need to do in order to bridge that gap. That's what Morocco has done over the years. Hence, they went all the way to the semi-finals in the World Cup.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's get into the second half of this fixture.
Well, the Lesotho Defence Force are looking for an improved showing in the second 45 in the opening match of the 2023 CAF Women's Champions League CASAFA qualifiers, where they face NTOPWA FC from Malawi, who lead by a goal to nil and about to get the second half underway. The young ladies from Malawi scoring right at the end of the first half. Then we'll get this second half underway with the attack the goal to the left of your picture. Well, so once for the Lesotho Defence Force, first half went by where they will feel there's plenty of room for improvement, so much so that they make the changes nice and early here at the start of the second half. So making way. There's Khame coming on in her place. There's Lerato Mpo. Also, Mahabani will make way, and in her place, Matuana Mukheti will be coming on here to try and shake things up in the middle of the park. So, the young ladies from Malawi making a bit of history here today in the fact that they are the first side from Malawi to take part in the CAF Women's Tournament. Also made history by scoring their first ever goal, not only for their club side at this level, but for Malawian football in the whole from a ladies' point of view. Goal scorer Chikupila in the dying moments of the first half, so that'll come as no surprise then with the way she went about business and the way she carried herself throughout that first half. A constant thorn on the side of the Lesotho Defence Force defence, if you will. No changes from NTOPWA. There she is on the turn again. She's done that so well as Chikupila. And she will always look for the teammate. Couldn't quite bring out Mango on that occasion. Now, ball on the floor here for the Defence Force. And the ball is Peter. In this near side, Botanic, the captain, operating out wide on the right side of the attack. Nicely held up, then. New lady in the field getting involved. Mkheti wearing the number 10 on her back. Really, you can see there's a huge difference. So many ladies inside the box are waiting across here for the Defence Force. They'll be happy to pick up the corner. The referee from Namibia. There's Antino Nyukwa. Keep in mind, she did show a couple of yellow cards in the first half. Inswinger. Well, the shots was easily blocked in defense, then inside that box. Many back in defensive areas here for NTOPWA. Ball in. Flick on then. Well, they are struggling to clear the lines. NTOPWA, for the time being. The pressure being applied here by the Defence Force. Liboga, busy as ever, looking for the 1-2 on their far side. It was a late challenge, so set piece it will be to the young ladies from Lesotho. Late challenge on Peter. January. So a good start to the second half for Lesotho Defence Force in the early exchanges. Have been able to pin their opponents back for just a few moments here. The question is, can they, at the end of it all, create a goal-scoring opportunity? Well, they've gone 4 called from some way out. Comfortable save in the end for CWCCl. The Malawian international having no worries in snatching that out the air. Now, good hard running once again. Still down for just a moment. Early touch from Mango. Couldn't find the teammates. Kept moving by Makombo. Remember, she missed the penalty in the dying moments of the first half. Operating in the middle of the park with the number 9 on the back. Looks a good ball. Flag's gone up for offside, however. Banda having straight into the offside position. Keep in mind, tickets are free for the fans on Clement who would love to come through here and enjoy some of the football as the shot comes in high and wide. There are now a few fans that have gathered here on this main grandstand. There's a few out on the far side as well. Youngsters now that are looking to stay in the shade for the most part. Five minutes into the start of the second half, and it's, well, as you'd expect, Defence Force looking to have a good start to the second half by applying a bit of pressure in search of a equaliser, having made a couple of changes as well, whilst there have been no changes made as yet from the Malawian ladies. Early ball forward here, getting the press. The pace is a problem. The referee's whistle went. Unfortunately, for NTOPWA, it had gone against them for the earlier challenge by Banda, who had seen or had been seen to commit the foul. That had not been the case. I'll tell you what, Kupila's pace was going to be a problem with the way she had run onto the ball and was looking to take it to the defense. Whilst they did look for the good start inside the opening few minutes, as you would expect, the Defence Force, it's all coming a bit undone again and going back to the patterns from the first half. At times their own passing is the reason for the ball being lost. Peter. Mango. Nice touch. Didn't quite work out then for NTOPWA. Yes, Peter. She's had a good game. A nice battle between her and Makombo in the middle of the park. Peter again, beyond one. Looks to connect with the teammate. That's lovely work in the middle of the park defensively. Great cover defense. The back pass is a problem. Big problem. And a huge, huge sigh of relief it will be. Including apologies all round then for the misplaced pass. I do suspect it's January. It's gotten it horribly wrong here. Going all the way back to a keeper. Doesn't note the movement in field from Mutlolo. Did well to get there ahead of the keeper in the end, couldn't steer the chance between the sticks. Was able to anticipate the ball in field impressively. There you have it. Chikupila on the turn and on the move. Make that 3, she's taken out the equation. Looking for the 1-2 that didn't quite work out. She's a serious problem, Chikupila. space in the middle of the park here. Difficult one to defend. Chikupila's presence, always a problem. Onto the left foot, looking for a teammate on the far side. That's well defended. That's very well defended. And a goal kick as well. That's superbly defended. Panda, the young lady tonight, by a classy bit of defending. He appeals for a handball, nothing going in the end. So Potani is able to keep it moving. As the young ladies in yellow here on this near side, Mulefe in the battle of the number 15s against Alufandiga. Minutes into the second half. Peter, nicely angled pass. Here, Folk getting in the box, the ball in. Too close to the keeper. Safe hands from CWCCl. 25 years old, also an international between the sticks. Interesting ball here. Now, definite foul. Getting a bit frustrated, but her pace and the combination with the Gasenda, always a problem here. Agnes Leboga launching in with the challenge, got the timing wrong. So, a chance to extend the lead here for NTOPWA. Sender. Oh, it's a lovely strike, just wide of the mark. Keeper was concerned, threw herself about. The 35-year-olds unable to find the all-important seconds. Nicely done by Magombo. Potani looking for Mulefe. Approaching the 1 hour mark. Still the goal from the end of the first half that separates these two sides. Now, rush of blood to the head. Early shot in that didn't need to be taken by Mkheti. Could have taken a few strides forward here. Get closer to the target. Stand herself a better chance of getting a shot on target. Makombo. Makombo again here on the turn, looking to find Mango. Done well in keeping it moving here. Chikubeda has been outstanding here in this encounter so far, the lone goal scorer in this match. Foul against Gasenda. Battling with Agnes Liboka. Has been very busy out to that far side. Here is Gasenda now. And not to keep it moving. At a pass, just splitting the two teammates down the middle. In the end, it allowed the defense to step up and win the ball back. The question, what can they do on the front foot? Peter. The ball now. Chance here. Keeper's come a long way. And the shot's gone narrowly wide. Well, Mulife, who had broken through, then looked to compose herself, and keeper may have done enough. Coming off the line in the fashion she did. Lovely pass by Peter. Keeper's done enough, just about enough. For the international. Not getting as good a chance as the Lesotho Defence Force has been able to create here in this match so far. The challenge in the middle of the park then. Let's go. Nicely done. Musala. Half a little heavy for Banda. There's Malifa. Vanessa looking to take charge in the middle of the park. The young lady wearing the number 8 jersey, Vanessa. Challenge on Motolo. You actually see the decision going with the Malawian ladies in the direction of the set piece here. NTOPWA. Nice little turn. Pass was heavy. Keep in mind, this is one of 2 games that will be coming your way here today. Later on, the defending champions, Green Buffaloes, take on double action ladies in the battle between the Zambians and ladies from Botswana. Well, so tomorrow, we will have Costa del Sol from Mozambique taking on Young Buffaloes. So keep in mind there's Green Buffaloes, then there's Young Buffaloes. The Young Buffaloes from Eswatini, Green Buffaloes from Zambia. Then we'll also have Mamelodi Sundowns taking on Olympic de Moroni. Unlucky for Banda. Thought she had won the ball back. In the end, it was unfortunate that Bukheti was going on to take the shot, so as the ball shifted, the opening was to take a shot into the studs of the opponents. There's a chance. Good chance it was, but on their foot means there was no real threat. will be making a change soon. Will the team in green here, that being NTOPWA FC. We do have Memory Chideta waiting to come on. It is just about the right time to start thinking about those changes. One would feel from the Malawian point of view in that they seem to have lost their way somewhat in the way of pushing forward and creating opportunities. Defense force. Have been very eager from somewhere else to try their luck. So, Emigani Mango will make way up for Memory Chideta. Mango has operated for the most part wide. Set piece in a very good area here for the challenge from behind. Bit of frustration for Landis Mbera. You can understand why. You should understand with the eagerness we've seen in the past situations of this sort of defense force side to have a shot. They won't want to be giving away any more set pieces in and around the box in an effort to protect the young lady in your picture, Mrs. Gelo. Agnes Liboka stands over it. Liboka strike. Covered. Out for the goal kick. Looking at that opportunity again. Football in down the line here on this near side. Kept alive as Peter sees her attempt to send in the block or the cross block for the corner. Now, Poland well defended initially. Very much involved in the middle of the park is beat up. Has seen incredible just about everybody out there. Mozilla beat up, still 25 years of age. Going into the last 20 minutes of this encounter. It is still that first half goal that separates these two sides, yeah. Now, early ball, yeah, race on. Keeper's come out a long way, and it's a great decision by the keeper. has to be said, compared to the first half, there's not as many moments created by these two sides. Now, early ball forward there, no problems defending it on the edge of the box. So keep in mind, the ladies get to have a go at it for a third time in as far as the CAF Champions League. Women's game beginning to grow just as much as the men's is. Nice little touch. So she could be unable to quite take it in a stride. Minutes remaining on the clock. Early ball forward. Picked up here by the defense force ladies as they look to find an equalizer. Good work at defense. Tell you who has been very much impressive. Benedetta Mkwandawira, amongst those in the defense, have stood their ground well. It should be said, as though, or although the defense force are getting much of the ball around the final third of race, they aren't able to open them up, then find the telling final ball to reward all of this hard work that's put into this game. Now, Nancy Danya tries to finish it off, but for a touch from the keeper, that could be telling in the end. It's gone out for the corner. Kasenda denied by Akiminyani. There's the defensive area, those two combining well once again. Chikupida as well as Kasenda. And in the end, they are pretty piece of goalkeeping. They'll turn the frustration on. Ball in, near post. Transfer shot to the far side, and it's too high to have an effect on the scoreline. But I'll tell you what, for this NTOPWA side, they'll be happy for the opportunities they're creating here late in the day. It had looked as though it would be the Lesotho Defence Forces half. But they have just continued to push on. There you have it. So not much separating these two sides, just the one goal, 3 shots on target apiece. Now, defensive error. And the challenge coming in, the referee right next to the point of impact, deciding there is to be no penalty. Now, bit of space to turn into here in the middle of the park. As the likes of Makombo pick up and goes in search of Banda. Around Banda now. Oh, and then so just about the defender and attacker arriving at the ball at the same time, and it was kind of high. Goal field or goal kick it will be. So, early on here, there's that error defensively. With the pounce. Jonah coming to the rescue. Now, here's a chance here, ball across. Way too close to the keeper. It looks so impressive until that final ball then from Gasenda. Now, last 15 minutes coming up of this encounter. Ball play across again. There's a superbly read in the double, this time by Bera. Good work in the middle of the park. Until the referee got involved unintentionally. Whilst the referee was trying to get this game underway as quickly as possible, he had to eliminate any frustration to make go the way of the Lesotho Defence Force in the effort to get things moving quickly, establish a rhythm, and maintain it throughout the time that remains. Well, one or two that seemed to have the impression that Pastor Rhymes was faking his injury. Well, school's out. How can we tell? There they are in their uniform, sitting in the shades. Well, the hope so into the season is that it won't be too serious an injury to go thwart the ambitions of footballers with what lies ahead in their careers, guys. So the players come back onto the field here. Leboga, switch to him from Mhlolo. The block now, so middle of the park and looking to unleash a counter-attack that might lead to a winner for NTOPWA. Another solid challenge. Nicholas got to the ball first. The referee with a good view, I need to say. Oh, no, that incident is much better positioning the Russia in the commentary area. Called for the foul. Kind of weird having got in for that challenge. So, the time is a serious factor. And the group about to start taking shape following the result that may come out of this match. Defence force will be feeling a slight bit of pressure to turn things around here. Find that equaliser, looks gone and register a win. Leaving the field for the time being is Agnes Leboka. Should be back on in the next few moments. Doesn't look too serious an injury. In the meantime, the teammates will soldier on without her. Now, early ball again, looking for the beating of the keeper, and that's too much better than the efforts they've pampered into resolve so far. But maybe necessary after that far side is a good hold-up job in trying to keep the ball away from the opponents, but never seems long until the defence force are able to win it back. Now, the skill, lovely skill then from Malefe to lose the initial defender. Not really balled in. Good work by the keeper. Does so well in relieving the pressure of teammates by coming out and dealing with it. Especially in the later stages where one or two of them may be feeling the effects now of this game. Now, Thunder's running and the shot from range comfortably picked up good to deny Chikupila. Well, it's been a while since we've seen that type of strike from her. Good hard running on this near side. That's lovely work. Chikupila now looking for the teammates. Well, she really is putting up her hand to be time now. A serious factor. It's beginning to look like that one goal from the first half will be enough to see out the young ladies from Lesotho. Came into these championships, of course, having played a good bit of football as far as the Champions League qualifiers a couple of years ago. Didn't play or didn't enter the tournament in 2021. Very eager, trying to get it forward. On the side training the game now. Approaching the last 5. Pushing forward at a time when the clock will have them under pressure, isn't Zani? That's the one back in a good area here now. Can they find the right pass? The answer is no. The pass So they lose momentum right when they were trying to get into that final third. Nothing, but they simply can't get in. This is the defense force. A final ball has been lacking right through the afternoon for them. There's better, but again, showed too much of it to the keeper. Defensive error, punished. They've given away an absolute gift of NTOPWA, and there to punish them is Amakolo. They've got themselves to blame. The young ladies from Malawi. Pressure applied by Lesotho Defence Force, who just wouldn't give up. And it's Makolo to level the scoreline here. So, they seem to have the situation under control, in full control. And that pass, it left a lot to be desired. Just didn't have enough on it. The pass from Piani, so well anticipated by Amakolo. Did so well to get around the keeper and convert that to give Lesotho Defence Force a lifeline here. Chance to win it all, keep in mind still in the time that remains. So, the challenge. Yes, Peter. There you have it, your 2 goal scorers with under 3 minutes remaining now in this encounter. Still, there's the hard running. Chigubila finding herself with a difficult angle to deal with, couldn't keep the shot on target. Good hard running here on this near side. Paul, amongst those two have come in off the bench here in this second half. That's beautifully done by Chigubila. Early with the ball in. Good ball. Lovely chance coming up here. Keeper's come out a long way. I thought they scored, but the whistle had gone against Bozani. Told you it wasn't for offside, that call, so still waiting to hear what the reason is. Now, Last minute of 90. In what has been an entertaining match. Yet another draw. It will be the second in the history of the Lesotho Defence Force team in this tournament. Having also lost a couple of matches to a 6-0 scoreline. One of those to Mamelodi Sundowns, who will be amongst the teams in action tomorrow. 4 minutes added on to this match. Well, if there is to be a winner, now would be a good time to find that goal. Either one of these two sides scores now and goes on to pick up the 3 points. It will mean a first ever win in a CAF Club competition for either one of these two sides. Whoever goes on to win it, if there is to be one. Now, it goes then, an offensive foul committed by Chukubila. Amongst the better performers here in this first match, it need be said. Really has played our hearts out. That's the skill in the middle of the park here to keep it moving for Sadiba January. Makombo. There's Malife. So, 90 seconds of this match, yeah. And the long wait for a win will continue for the Lesotho Defence Force here, making a debut in this tournament. NTOPWA will be, well, I think satisfied with the draw here. May feel they could have done more to secure the win. And there you have it, first match of the 2023 CAF Women's Champions League COSAFA qualifiers ends with Group A action, seeing the Lesotho Defence Force and NTOPWA sharing the spoils here after both sides, well, after puffed here, and NTOPWA were the first to find the back of the net through Chikupila. Defence Force able to find the equalizer through Mukolo after a defensive mistake from NTOPWA. And the ladies from Malawi will most likely find they didn't have the intensity in the second they had in the first. Whilst for the Defence Force, they got better in the second. And I will be happy that they avoided the loss to the Malawi ladies. At the end of it all, then there's the Lesotho Defence Force 1 and NTOPWA FC 1, as both these sides share the spoils in Group A. Well, let's go back and look back at some of the better moments in this match. Nice hustle, good turn. Shots just wide of the mark then from CWCCl. Was a constant threat on the side of the defense force. And one of the better performers here today, need be said, CWCCl. There she is, denied once again. And, well, penalties to follow here. There's NTOPWA. So, Kagombo, this from the spot. And as we look back at that decision, no question the challenge on Kasenda was problematic. Well wide of the mark. Well, that was towards the end of the first half, so a minute or two later, this happened. Still first half, dying moments of the half, and the running of CWCCl gets there ahead of the keeper. He's able to keep a composure and keeping a touch on target, and they were really destined to take the lead into the halftime break. Were NTOPWA as they scored their first ever goal in a CAF competition. This was a good pass, lovely move, and the keeper came out and did enough to force the error from Molefe after a lovely pass by Peter. And then there's that touch, and it's punished by Mosolo, who just kept the pressure going on. Then late in the game, able to find the equalizer goal then. And for Lesotho Defence Force, it's yet another draw for them in the tournament. Still in search of their first win. While for NTOPWA so close to starting off the CAF Champions League dream in a winning fashion until that moment. Great anticipation. So nicely finished as well. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Did the members of the Lesotho Defence Force as we, well, yeah, at the Sugar Ray Polo Stadium now, wait to look at the statistics. And well, very even. Except for goal attempts, when NTOPWA had more, and can understand that, they were more direct. But still, the Lesotho Defence Force having more of the ball and NTOPWA and the Lesotho Defence Force sharing the same number of shots on target. Certainly was an interesting way to get things started in the 2023 CAF Women's Champions League COSAFA qualifiers. Let's go down to Mbali, who awaits with both coaches and the performance of the match.
Thank you so much, Sizwe. Yes, indeed, I am with our women player of the match. And to hand over her award is Mr. Pindani Nene, who's a business partner for Hollywood Bets. To hand over to Vanessa CWCCl. Congratulations. Thank you so much, sir. And then we're going to bring in her translator. Okay. Vanessa, let's just talk about today's game. If you can just move a little bit this way for us. Let's just talk about today's game. For NTOPWA, it's the first time in this tournament. How was the game for you?
Okay, in the game where we know, in the game where Toyamba, we are so good tournament, CAF Kosafa. Yeah, it was a tough game. Yeah.
It has been a very good game, and being our first international tournament, it's been great, though it was tough.
Let's just talk about you guys get that early goal through you. It looked like the confidence was building from the side.
Okay, zina tinachinya chigoli mwa jangu. Yeah, and there's another game. Komano last minute, we lost the concentration. That's why that is such a goal.
Scoring an early goal built confidence for us, but then considering that let go threw away our confidence.
Vanessa, thank you so much. Congratulations for that first point today.
Thanks so much.
Vanessa Chikupila, this is a team, of course, that squandered the lead, but eventually they did at least salvage a point. I'm joined now by Coach James Singala, her coach. Coach, how did you see that game?
Well, we gave away a lead. Very dangerous time. Of course, we scored the same time in the first half. But I saw that our girls were having some sort of fatigue in their legs. They couldn't last the whole game. So that's one area that we have to go back and see how we can get them back ready for the next game. But it was a good game of football. Of course, we dominated in the first half, but they started dominating us towards the end of the game. So those are the things that we have to see how we can tune our girls so that they will be ready for the next game.
Coach, you talk about the moments towards you losing that lead. When you look at the fact that defensively it looked like you were able to contain some of those attacks that were coming from Lesotho, are those the tired legs we're talking about as well, that you just could not anymore keep them out?
Yeah, what you have to know is that most of the times when players are tired, you know, it affects also their thinking capacity. You know, their mental strength also, the levels drop towards the end of the game. So you could see that the decision making wasn't up to scratch. Maybe our defenders, for safety's sake, would have just put the ball outside, but he decided to put the ball to the goalkeeper. And then you saw what happened. Those are the things that we attribute to lack of experience, you know, because if it was an experienced player who would have known at that position what to do in the dying minutes.
Hard luck, Coach, but you will take the point at least.
Well, it's our first point ever, so it's something to celebrate about. We are crying about maybe the 2 points, but now 1 point, it takes us to the next games, and then we'll grow from here. I'm sure the girls will get back. So now it's about recovery, how we can recover to put the girls back to their normal physical abilities.
Thank you so much, Coach James Singala of NTOPWA FC, and joining me now is Coach Pulo Khojane of Lesotho Defence. Coach, let's just talk about the 90 minutes, a bit of that scare in the first half, but I mean your team showing so much character coming back into this game.
Yeah, I think it was a beautiful game of football. It's very difficult to play a team that you don't know anything about. We realized they were tough physically, but we wanted to play our game still. No touch game, no physical game. It's only that we created a lot of chances, but we couldn't convert. So that's what we have to work on.
How do you think your team responded in those transitions? Because that was one of the big things that we spoke about off air, that you want to see how your team responds in those transitions.
Yeah, we play with a 4 at the back, but with 2 full backs who are attacking. So most of the time, if the team plays long balls like that, we struggle a lot. But we don't change our game usually. We want to play. We want to go forward. That's why sometimes we made a lot of mistakes by the time the ball was played high and behind our backs. But we still wanted to play our game and come back to the game and score. We were just unfortunate not to score goals. But my team was playing very well. I'm happy about it.
Thank you so much, Coach. All the best for your next game. Coach Pule Khojane, happy with the points and at least salvaging something out of it. Lesotho defense coming from behind and salvaging a point against NTOPWA FC. But now we are building to our second encounter of the day. It is the defending champions, Green Buffaloes, that will be in action against Double Action Ladies from Botswana. And of course, kickoff is at 3:30. But we will be back at 3:15 for the build-up. And for the teams that have started with this tournament from 2021, it is the first time that they both meet in this edition, the third edition. And so we are in for a scintillating encounter come the 3:30 kickoff. Well, we're going to take a bit of a break, but we'll be back.